update webinar, because at the end of the day, it's champions like you that are going to change the world, right? Because you're hungry for information, but you're hungry not just to change your life, but the lives of hundreds of millions of people around the world. So what we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to talk a little more about cryptocurrency. Now, the reason why we're going to talk about Bitcoin is because Bitcoin started it all. Bitcoin is not going to go anywhere. People always tell me, there's one question that I always get, after we do webinars. They say, hey, will XeCoin ever overtake Bitcoin? Will Ethereum, will Ether ever overtake Bitcoin? And I tell them, guys, it's kind of like talking about a lion and a shark, right? Two apex predators. One's on land and one's on sea. So you really can't compare those two because they provide different values to different ecosystems, right? The reason why I say that is, again, Ethereum, because of their smart contract technology, allows us to create digital apps on their blockchain. It allows us to have solar power purchase agreements on that blockchain. It allows us to have energy storage contractual agreements on the Ethereum blockchain. So that provides a different value, right? Bitcoin is more a store of value, meaning we know that Bitcoin has skyrocketed in price. If anybody tells you that Bitcoin is a scam, literally delete them out of your phone, because Bitcoin has gone from 0.4 of a penny to over $1,600 per Bitcoin. If somebody is not educated enough or is way too skeptical for their own good, get them out of your life, because those people are never going to allow you to make money. Guys, let's talk about what is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a form of digital currency created and held electronically. No one controls it. Bitcoins aren't printed like dollars or euros. They're produced by people and increasingly businesses running computers all around the world using software that solves mathematical problems. It's the first example of a growing category of money known as cryptocurrency. Now, where XeCoin falls in, guys, is we're an alternative coin just like Bitcoin, right? But we provide a totally different value to a massive, massive audience around the world. Think about this. Ask yourself this simple question. How many people do you know that use energy? Probably about 90, 95%, right? Now, the beautiful thing, the people that you know that don't have access to utility grid infrastructure, that's going to change because our parent company, XeCoin, has some phenomenal utility grade infrastructure that can be deployed all around the world, guys. I mean, we have people in the Philippines right now. We have people in African countries right now that are excited about that technology, because at the end of the day, they want to be able to have electricity all around their countries. So what makes it different from normal currencies? Bitcoin can be used to buy things electronically. In that sense, it's like conventional dollars, euros, or yen, which are also traded digitally. However, Bitcoin's most important characteristic, and the thing that makes it different to conventional money, is that it is decentralized. So no single institution controls the Bitcoin network, ladies and gentlemen. This puts some people at ease because it means that a large bank can't control their money. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, no bank owns Bitcoin. No bank, right? No government controls it. It's decentralized, peer-to-peer. It basically has way more efficiency, way more security. Ladies and gentlemen, I read this. I read a stat the other day, and it blew my mind. It said right now, because there's a couple of million people running Bitcoin software, and they have nodes, basically the computers are nodes. If somebody wanted to hack the entire Bitcoin blockchain, it would cost them $500 billion every 10 minutes. And obviously growing, right? Because more and more people are adopting Bitcoin. So who created it? A software developer called Satoshi Nakamoto proposed Bitcoin, which was an electronic payment system based on mathematical proof. The idea was to produce a currency independent of any central authority, transferable electronically, more or less instantly, with very low transaction fees. Now, who prints it? No one. This currency isn't physically printed in the shadows by a central bank, unaccountable to the population and making its own rules. Those banks can simply produce more money to cover the national debt, thus devaluing their currency. Guys, we've seen this before. Cyprus, Greece, many countries in Africa. Like I told you in the previous update with Power On Xpress, I have a friend in Zimbabwe. They have like $100 million bill. If that doesn't tell you that their government is printing way too much money, I don't know what will, right? So instead, Bitcoin is created digitally by a community of people that anyone can join. Bitcoins are mined using computer power in a distributed network. This network also processes transactions made with virtual currency, effectively making Bitcoin its own payment network. So your question might be, so you can't churn out unlimited Bitcoins? That's absolutely right. The Bitcoin protocol, the rules that make Bitcoin work say that only 21 million Bitcoins can ever be created by miners. However, these coins can be divided into smaller parts. The smallest divisible amount is 100 millionth of a Bitcoin, and it's called a Satoshi, after the founder of Bitcoin. And many of you guys that know about Bitcoin faucets, many of the Bitcoin faucets pay in Satoshis. So that's why you have a lot of people that are trying to get their Bitcoin up that have multiple programs around the world. It's just that it takes forever when you're working with those Bitcoin faucets. So now, what is Bitcoin based on? Conventional currency has been based on gold or silver. Theoretically, you knew that if you handed over $1 at the bank, you could get some gold back. Although this didn't work, this didn't actually work in practice. But Bitcoin isn't based on gold, it's based on mathematics. Around the world, people are using software programs that follow a mathematical formula to produce Bitcoins. The mathematical formula is freely available so that anyone can check it. The software is also open source, meaning that anyone can look at it to make sure that it does what it's supposed to do. Now, guys, what I want you to realize is in the 16th century, when we talk about gold, because many of the countries where you live, gold is very valuable, right? I mean, it's a store of value. We've been using gold since before time, basically, right? But if you think about it, imagine in the 16th century, right, when they said, hey, look, everybody uses gold to pay for everything, but then guess what happened? They brought gold certificates, basically paper certificates saying, hey, now you can pay for things with not just gold, but these paper certificates. It took 400 years for people to fully adopt those gold paper certificates. Because remember, people were so used to paying with gold or silver or whatever other metal, precious metal, or barter. But then guess what happened? After that, in the 50s, credit cards came. So many of you right now, in your purses, in your wallets, you have a credit card, right? Many of us have too many credit cards like me, and that's just the way it is. But credit cards in the 1950s, my grandparents told me about the very first time they pulled out a diner's card in a restaurant, and they thought they were crazy. They're like, what do you mean you can pay for dinner with this little piece of plastic? So basically it went from gold to paper notes, promissory notes, right, gold notes, to credit cards. And guess what? It took about 50 years to fully adopt credit cards. I had many friends that lived in Europe and Arab countries where they did not accept Visas or MasterCards in the early to middle 90s still. So when I tell you it took 50 years, it literally took 50 years to massively adopt credit cards. But now with Bitcoin, guys, the adoption is so massive and so rapid. I mean, let me give you an example. Many of you that live around the world, I want you to Google Bitcoin ATM. Just go on your computer screen right now, open up a separate tab, and just do a search for a Bitcoin ATM near where you live. They're popping up all over the place. I was in Houston, Texas a few weeks ago, and I was at a Bitcoin ATM because I need to buy some Bitcoin. And you can do it at a Bitcoin ATM just like a regular ATM. But guess who I saw at the Bitcoin ATM? Take a wild guess. How many of you have kids? I mean, in the box, somebody tell me how many kids you have. The reason why I'm asking, I saw 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds at this Bitcoin ATM. They were all buying Bitcoin. They all had Bitcoin wallets. Why? Microsoft, their Xbox network, allows these kids to buy games, extra lives, guns, skins. The list goes on and on and on. So these kids, they don't have to go to a bank to ask for permission. They just get their Bitcoin wallet. They go to a Bitcoin ATM, load it up, and go on Xbox's network and pay for stuff. That's phenomenally awesome. Why? Because the next generation is going to adopt Bitcoin even faster than what we're doing. So the reason why I tell you that it's exciting times for the XeCoin is because at the end of the day, it's going to parallel a lot of these growth curves that Bitcoin's having, right? Because we totally provide massive value to different types of ecosystems around the world. So let's get back to Bitcoin. What are its characteristics? Bitcoin has several important features that set it apart from government-backed currencies. Number one, it's decentralized. The Bitcoin network isn't controlled by one central authority. Every machine that mines Bitcoin and processes transactions makes up a part of the network, and the machines work together. That means that, in theory, one central authority can't tinker with monetary policy and cause a meltdown, or simply decide to take people's Bitcoins away from them. As the Central European Bank decided to do in Cyprus in early 2013, and if some part of the network goes offline for some reason, the money keeps flowing. Number two, it's easy to set up. Ladies and gentlemen, if an 11, 12-year-old has a Bitcoin wallet, I can teach anybody. I mean, I helped a 75-year-old lady the other day set up 2 Bitcoin wallets, and she was super excited. So conventional banks make you jump through hoops simply to open a bank account. Setting up merchant accounts for payment is another cascade task beset by bureaucracy. However, you can set up a Bitcoin address in seconds, no questions asked, and with no fees payable. Now, obviously, guys, one of the things that you're not going to really comprehend is many of you that have very young children, right, that are like 5, 6, 7 years old, they might not ever have a bank account. They might grow up one day and they're so used to using Bitcoin that, let's say that their grandma tells them, hey, let's go open up a savings account. And they're so used to just, opening up a Bitcoin wallet on their mobile device and paying for stuff on their mobile that when they go into the bank with grandma, right, if banks are still around in a couple of years, and they ask them for all this ID and all this paperwork, they'll be like, why did y'all ever do this? That's what's going to happen, guys, with a lot of your kids that are at a very, very young age, and it's going to happen very soon. Number 3, it's anonymous. Well, kind of. Users can hold multiple Bitcoin addresses, and they aren't linked to names, addresses, or other personally identifying information. However, number 4, it's completely transparent. Bitcoin stores details of every single transaction that ever happened in the network in a huge version of a general ledger called the blockchain. The blockchain tells all. If you have a publicly used Bitcoin address, anyone can tell how many Bitcoins are stored at that address. They just don't know that it's yours. There are measures that people can take to make their activities more opaque on the Bitcoin network, though, such as not using the same Bitcoin addresses consistently and not transferring lots of Bitcoin to a single address. Many other people, guys, use a network called, there's all kinds of different anonymizing software that you can use. Tor is another way you can do it. Guys, at the end of the day, Bitcoin is a phenomenal technology because it allows people to control their money, right? You don't have a central authority controlling your money. So number 5, transaction fees are minuscule. Your bank may charge you a 10-pound fee for international transfers. Bitcoin doesn't. Number 6, it's fast. You can send money anywhere and it will arrive minutes later as soon as the Bitcoin network processes the payment. Now, one little side note to that, guys, because as you know, Bitcoin has been exploding. And for the first time in history, Bitcoin falls to the lowest share of cryptocurrency market cap. That market cap I showed y'all on the previous webinar, they used to be at 80, 85%, right? And now they're slowly going below 50%. So Bitcoin's scaling fight has led to a record low in its percentage of cryptocurrency's total market cap as investors hedge with top alternative coins like Ether, like Monero, Dash, Ripple, and in the future, XeCoin, right? As its user base expands, Bitcoin's transactions have also grown, leading to blocks capped at 1 megabyte to be filled to capacity. As a result, transactions have slowed and fees have spiked. An effort to solve Bitcoin scaling issues has led to kind of like a civil war, if you will, between the core development team and its supporters backing the segregated witness, or SegWit, the soft fork, and the Bitcoin Unlimited Miner directed block size hard fork and its supporters. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know one thing. Because of the sheer amount of people around the world that are putting their money into Bitcoin and alternative coins, you're going to have scaling issues. That's part of any disruptive technology. But the beauty of it is this is why we have other payment solutions like Dash, right? Like Ripple, like Monero, like Shadow Cash. So Bitcoin will not always be the one cryptocurrency that people go to buy and sell things. Many people are diversifying their coin portfolio as you are right now, because many of us right now are holding XeCoin, Ripple, Dash, Monero, Zcash, Potcoin. The list goes on and on and on. But the beautiful thing about Bitcoin, guys, It's non-reputable. When your Bitcoins are sent, there's no getting them back. Unless the recipient returns them to you, they're gone forever. So Bitcoin has a lot going for it in theory, but how does it work in practice, right? Because remember, you can now pay bills with Bitcoin. You can now buy air travel with Bitcoin. If you want to take a vacation, you can go to Expedia.com and purchase travel, right? You can buy Subway sandwiches. You can buy a Tesla. You can buy a Ferrari. And believe me, in the future, every car manufacturer will take Bitcoin for their vehicles, ladies and gentlemen. So Bitcoin, that is just a small little training on Bitcoin. We'll get more and more advanced as you get more knowledgeable, guys. Now, one of the things I will tell you is I do want everybody that's on this webinar, I do want everybody to set up their wallets, okay? The reason why I want you to set up some Bitcoin wallets is because in the future, we're going to be setting up Ethereum's Mist wallet for our XeCoin, and I want you to see how, if you have these wallets in place, great. If you don't, the reason why I want you to do it is because I want you to be knowledgeable so that when people want to buy in the future, as an example, right? If they want to buy Bitcoin, or if they want to buy XeCoin with Bitcoin, because remember, our company, the Power On Xpress, takes Bitcoin for the power plants. This is why I'm trying to get everybody educated on Bitcoin, because at the end of the day, if you start building up your Bitcoin, guess what? You can also start building up your XeCoin. But let me give you this stat, and this stat will blow you away, because we're almost done, and I want to give you enough value that today you literally, let's say that you go out today with this one last little phrase, and you understand the value of your timing, guys. I want you to share this with the world. If you would have purchased $100 of Bitcoin in October of 2019, you would have $75 million today. Cryptocurrency is seeing massive adoption globally, ladies and gentlemen. Educate yourselves and win massively. And look, I put hashtag Bitcoin, XeCoin, Ethereum, blockchain, crypto kings and queens, because that's what you are, and we grow Bitcoins because that's what we're doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you get this video, you can always pause it here. If you do not have these wallets in place, I want you to set them up today. It's just like setting up a PayPal or any bank account. It's very, very simple. Coinbase, the only reason we use Coinbase because it's very new user-friendly. We call them newbies, right, because they're new to this technology. So we start them off at the Coinbase level, and then obviously you always want to be doing your transactions out of blockchain. You can't buy Bitcoin out of blockchain yet, but this is why you can go to CoinMama, because you can buy Bitcoin in seconds. You can also go to localbitcoins.com. There's a link right here for both CoinMama and localbitcoins.com. Now, the blockchain.info wallet, guys, it's more secure. They're less constringent on KYC documentation. So I suggest that everybody, at the very least, set up a blockchain wallet. They're in over 140 countries, and Coinbase is just very simple to buy and sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin on that exchange. So I want you to kind of get your feet into the game, right? There's 2 trainings down here that you can view for Coinbase and blockchain. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why you're going to hit a massive grand slam in 2017 is you're getting educated before hundreds of millions of people get involved in this space. You're going to be teaching the masses soon. So now let's go to YouTube. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a Gmail account, you literally right now, you can go in and set up your YouTube channel. The reason why I want you to set up a YouTube channel is because there are a ton of people around the world that are literally searching for information on the XeCoin, guys. They are looking for the XeCoin. They are looking for Litecoin, Monero, Dash, Ripple, Bitcoin, wallets, you name it, Exergonics, Don Nasenka. The list goes on and on and on, guys. Right now, there are so many people that are trying to just get information. And this is the second most viewed site behind where it falls. It's Google, and then Facebook and YouTube fight for the second place. But still, there are so many eyeballs on here, guys. And the beautiful thing is that once you set up your YouTube channel, because remember, if you have a Gmail, you can go in and set up your YouTube channel. As an example, let's say that, like I put this video up of Bill Gates. He said that nobody can stop Bitcoin. But let's just say that you can use any of my videos, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody around the world, I give you full access to my entire library of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, XeCoin. The reason why I do that, guys, I want everybody to win. I don't care about me. I care about the company. So any video that I have, you're more than welcome to use it on your channels. But as an example, if let's say that today when you set up your YouTube channel, you want to get this Bill Gates video, so you would click on it on my channel, and you saw it at the beginning, it said make 6 figures with no college degree. So as an example, you would go to this video, and you would take the URL, copy that, and then I use a site called keepvid.com. Write that down just in case. KEEPVID.com. So on this site, guys, I already took the URL, right? I took that URL, and I'm going to paste it right here where it says enter the link of the video you want to download. So let me just paste that here. Voila. I'm going to download it. And it's going to pull up a bunch of different formats, guys, that you can download in. You see it gives you a little snapshot of the video. So what you can do is I always use the 720p because that's a good quality video. Some of you like the 480p. Some of you like the 240p. I just like the 720p because I got high broadband, so it looks very good. It sounds very good. So let's say I just click on download, right? And then, boom, you're going to see it come up here, and it's going to download. And that's how easy it is, guys. So now it's downloading. Next thing I do, once it's completed, I'm on a Wi-Fi. I'm in my home office right now, and I'm on Wi-Fi. I should have plugged it in so this thing. I've got like I have AT&T, and I told them give me your absolute fastest broadband. So I had to connect it to have the fastest stuff. I don't mind. It's not bad. AT&T's got some good broadband. All right, so 4 seconds left. Boom. So now once it gets downloaded, guys, then all I do is I just go back to YouTube. You see this little arrow pointing up? You click on it. And then once you click on it, then you're going to be able to upload the video. Okay? So you click right here. And then all you do is you upload the video. So if I go to quick access, Bill Gates, voila, and open. And that's how you load videos onto your YouTube channel, guys. Now you can do whatever description you want. If you want to use my description, you can just take out anything that doesn't apply to you. Right, I teach people about cryptocurrencies, different cryptocurrencies, different blockchains. So my description sometimes will be different. You can put whatever you want. You can copy mine and just put your contact information on there. As far as tags, I would recommend you put about 13 tags, guys. You can do everything from Bitcoin to XeCoin. Make sure that whatever you're putting your tag matches your title, so that you can get more people searching. When they search, your video will pop up. And then obviously, if you have Twitter and Google+, add it so that you can put a message in this little box and send it. So once it uploads, guys, you'll be able to publish it. And that's pretty much how you use YouTube. And guys, I find people from all around the world. I build global teams. I teach people how to build global teams. We work with, we have 3 traditional businesses and 7 online businesses. But we literally find people all around the world for all our businesses using YouTube, Facebook, and Craigslist, guys. You can do the exact same thing we're doing, plus more. Some of you are probably going to get more people than we are. But that's the thing, guys. When you help others, it's all karma. It all comes back to you, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for spending some quality time with us. I've got a ton of calls I've got to get on right now. If you ever have any questions, you can always reach out to us. You can add us on WhatsApp, 1-214-770-9699. That's 1-214-770-9699. Max Garza III. Our YouTube channel is Make 6 Figures with No College Degree. And let me just show you that. So for those of you that want to get more content, you can always use our content, guys. I'm not one of those people that's like, hey, quit using my content. I want everybody to win. So if I go to my channel, you'll see the name of our YouTube channel. And guys, I mean, literally, I've got hours upon hours of content on cryptocurrency, on blockchain technology, XeCoin, you name it. There it is. Make six figures, no college degree. That's me. That's some chubby girl that I met. She's kind of chunky, but we still love her. And we will see everybody again very soon. Make sure that you share this video, like it, and put it on your own YouTube channel, guys. And then other than that, you have a beautiful week. Go out and chase your dreams. Go out and change your lives because you have that kind of power, guys. All of you are kings and queens. We'll see you again, guys. Much love. We're out.